Hello, filthy monkeys. Lord Freezer here, and you are watching Wolf Thunder Ranger.
So, what is up, guys? Welcome to your Aqua Force Part 1 deck profile. I'm your host, Wolf Thunder. So, we'll show you the ins and outs of Aqua Force. We'll give you the rundown, show what you gotta do in the Legion era. This is gonna be a two-parter because I actually did try an all Legion deck, and that could possibly work too. So, we're gonna show you that. Oh, God. Well, this is where Glory is going to have to help us. If we Glory out their G3, they can't re-Legion the rest of the PGs. So at least that's nice. So since I play a G3 Searcher, which I always like to do when it comes to making my hand look a little bit more pleasant to the eye, I do like to look for filter plays early, if I can ride my filters. Alright, so let's see how we do against Fishies. Like I said, the max they get pushed to is 5, but max we can also do is 2 attacks. But if we want to try for a Glory, we can try for the Glory. But right now we do have a Basil to kind of make those extra attacks reasonable. And that's why I want to filter. Because I drew that, it's not something I need. So we're going to do something else instead. We're going to filter like a normal human being. We're going to swing. And we lost a check. Boy, did we lose a check. In a match like this, you don't want to lose that. But goodbye, Benedict. Draw something else. Beautiful. So we just drew a PG, which is very pogs. Next turn, I use Eric to go search for my Tetra so I can start crit pressuring him. That's going to help us in the long run. So he starts his PG searching. So I'm kind of screwed. If he has one PG, we're fucked. Okay, that's not a PG. And that's not a PG. That's not a PG. Looks like we have a chance. Looks like we might just have a slight chance here. This is really going to come down to a preference play, though. But we'll see. We'll see. He actually doesn't have what he's looking for yet. I do like this card, but not right now. At best, that's going to be filtered for something else. Fill up my drop with more draw triggers. So I think he's going to get more G2s. Yeah, that's good. Got one extra. My turn. Let's see. I got a title, which is good. This actually helps me. We're going to look for Tetra Full Burst now. Tetra. There is my boy. And then we're just going to filter the draw trigger and go from there. If we filter. We don't know if we're going to filter. Let's save some CB a little bit. I don't want to waste CB for an attack that could possibly not be 2, but we'll find out. I would have got the attacks in. But I didn't want to waste CB yet since I need a crit pressure him. Since I know what he's playing, I know what to do in this situation. So I filtered into another draw, but keep in mind having an 11k beat stick doesn't hurt because I technically need another unit that's going to help me swing. Dual Lovely Angel. Okay, can't Legion yet. So we buy ourselves some time. Try to do the best we can. Obviously, if I can find another booster, that'd be good. But since he's playing 2 of those, he's going to get pushed possibly to game here. So we'll see how much Aqua can pull off. Alright, so he's looking for another G2. But I think he's doing that awkwardly, in my opinion. But I guess it's intercepts for intercepts. He's keeping more intercepts than he is PGs, but I think he's saving a PG in his hand so he can get 3 and survive. But if I push him to 5, that's not going to happen. He might heal, though. I'm scared because obviously that would happen, though. Don't get me wrong. My draw trigger would have drawn me that, but that sucked. But I will be filtering, so As long as I have 2 PGs, I'm kind of good to go. Oh, Penguin would have been good. I had a lot of good options. There's just the game did not want me to... Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, actually. Let's see here. Let's activate the skill of this. Then we're going to Legion. Since there's a good couple cards in there. Heal, draw, which is nice. I didn't need the extra draw, though, so that was good news. And I can countercharge as well. But let's try to give him the old razzle dazzle here when it comes to doing something. So we're going to battle. We're going to swing. We're going to give him the old razzy dazzy here, as we like to call it. This is going to push him to 5, and then we'll have multi-attacking. He has been returning G2, so he definitely has those. So we're going to draw 1 card, and then we're going to pitch a card. So depending if the card's worth pitching, that's going to be on me. As long as I have a Basil, it means I can just do the swap and shop. Okay, that's good. That's good too. So we're going to swing. See, that's a toughie because I could stand 2 units the following turn to kind of make a play happen. Honestly, it's not worth filtering because I actually could do something on endgame where I can actually knock out more PGs than it's worth. So we'll leave it. We want to try to knock out more PGs than we realize. This is good. This is okay. Because I have the Soul Blast 2 unit, I'll be able to re-Legion. Because I have this, I have a possible Persona ride. And because he did that, now I win. Okay. I think I win. I don't think I die here. Mayor, I know he had 2 G2s of the same name in his hand. Or he might not. He might not. Is he even playing crits? I see draws. Only draws. Alright, so we'll see how he goes on this turn. If he doesn't do so good on this turn, then I guess we'll just go for the win con there, actually. Yeah, good thing I did not filter. Okay, I live because of the 2 attacks, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, Bermuda Triangle not drawing PGs is like a huge weakness to the deck. First check. I mean, he has to heal. Oh, well, he's down 2 heals. I don't see him healing. Getting a draw trigger, I could see. Healing? No. Good news is I saved CB, so that's good. Does he have enough copies? Apparently. He was holding on to a bunch of 12Ks, so that was definitely going to benefit him. Sure, we'll see how that goes. I don't think he really has 3 PGs. We gotta get as many attacks as we can get. This is the final turn, so I'm gonna just mush up a bunch of attacks on the man and go from there. He drew another card. First check. Okay, he didn't heal, so that means I win. Alright, so we're going to give him the old Razzle Dazzle since he is at 5th damage. This will be a lot of attack pressuring. So even if he has 4 PGs, we're going to show you a tight little combo that you can enjoy here. I'm trying to see how I can go about this. Do I have enough units to do this? I don't know if I do have enough units for that, actually. Because I could do that. And to... Oh, man. You know, I'm trying to get as many attacks in as I can. I put that there. It's the same damn issue. Alright, well, we're just going to place that over there. Then we're going to retire. And then, yeah, I really wish I had a unit that was I needed another 11k to kind of make that a reality. So, battle. We're going to swing at that. You got 1 PG. You got 2 PGs. You got 3 PGs. I'm going to swap these. We're going to swing again. Give him the crit. Oh boy. That could cuck me out of my last attack here. Never mind, we're good. Swing with that. If he did have another PG, I would have swung with that. So, technically I made a giant multi-attack. I did 5 attacks if he was playing PG. If he did draw 4 PGs, I had 5 attacks waiting for him in the wind. So it's like, ha! You thought you'd get out of it, but that's what we call Poggy plays. Dude was playing Christ. Jesus Christ. Anyways, you act like you just draw your pieces on turn 1. You think this game is that nice to you, and I don't understand that. That's like the one thing I can't explain to you guys. Anyways, on to the next one. So right there, I was trying to set up like a big multi-attack. I still pulled it off. I got my 5 attacks in. So I kind of went for that end game since he did have 3 PGs. I was doing Basil. I was doing my 11k. I was doing my normal boost phase. I'm putting a card in the front. If I had another 11k, it makes the job easier. That's why I was hoping I drew another 11k. But because I did it, I couldn't actually do the effect. So I just went with what I had. So that's what makes Aqua Force like really fun to play and actually pull off some very, very nice combo potential. Usually comes down to preferencing. Okay. Yeah, those 2 cards go back. Jellyfish, I hope I don't have to use you. Guess I gotta use you. That's fine. Like I said, just try to build a decent hand with cards. I wouldn't waste my buddy here. Probably keep that. So, man, I actually do need to draw another G1 if I want to try to Legion faster. That's another thing. Apparently, we are fighting Ezel. So, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. That hurt. Alright, okay. So Eric, as you can tell, kind of can help you in situations where you just try to fix up your Aqua Force hand to be decent. And when you have a filter, you just filter out more of the G3s. Again, the whole thing with Aqua Force and Legion, you just fix up your hand so it's just good enough to give you the combo plays you're looking for. That's what I usually do, and that's how I kind of went about this deck. I mean, the Forerunner definitely is nice to use because you can fetch things that you couldn't get before. See, now I can countercharge and Soul Blast, and I'd rather be able to do that than swap places. And since I do have a Basil, I can swap places with ease. It's a 6k. I can put this over here. That's the goal. That is the goal. So we get this attack in, then we search, then we use Jellyfishy, and then Jellyfishy preps us, and we're good to go. Drop zone gets filled a little bit nicer, and we're ready to fight. But since this is Ezel, we don't have to worry about Basil getting sniped. Usually Basil's really good in the Ezel matchup. Usually is. So we'll see what he does here. Swing and a miss. There's a bunch of self-pingers. So like I said, I have a ways to Soul Blast cards and get cards I need. Oh my god, it's amazing when you get the stuff you need, no? You know what I'm saying? So if I drew like a filter, hypothetically speaking, I would have went for the filter play. But now I can go for the 13k play. In a weird sense. Yeah. Now I can go for like the 13k play. Like I said, I can still Soul Blast. I'm just not going to Soul Blast just yet, but we'll see. We're just going to use this for now and go from there. I really wish I could have filtered first, but I couldn't. And you got a draw trigger, so I'm just playing 1 defense for now. Keep in mind, Ezel can only get 1 crit, but if he gets that, he can get a 3 crit and obviously kill me. So we're trying to look out for that too, but that's why we're going to try to have our intercept game up top, on point, on that turn coming up. Ezel Scissors is here. That was early than expected. So he definitely has 2 self-pingers, so he's definitely going to stop me from healing or doing any other type of bullshit. I mean, that's usually the game. Or I get my time gets bought. Okay. We're buying time. We're gonna buy some time. He's playing crit, so never mind. I can die either way with just one crit. Alrighty, good to know. Good to know, kids. Those are things we have to know. Alright, I lost a jellyfish, so I'm not like too upset about that. See, I drew glory, so obviously you already know I gotta drop glory here. We're gonna drop a glory. Wait, hold up. Here's a little combo tech I sometimes like to do. I like to search for another G3. And then, like, return the stuff back, you know? Retire. 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 Activate Basil's effect. And then we are going to counter charge 2. I'm going to counter charge 2. And then we are going to Legion these heals and these 2 heals back. I'm thinking if I want him with the 11k, because I definitely want to save my star list for other plays, and I can hit that card once for what I have to do. So yeah, that can be my 3 attacks. Never mind, it wouldn't be my 3 attacks, but it'd be something, you know. It's not 5,000. It is 5,000, but it's not like the good 5,000. So we're going to battle. We're going to swing with this. We got through 1 crit. We'll swing once. That's 2 attacks. 3 attacks. 4 attacks. And we'll draw 1 extra card for Pepegi. Perfect. Awesome. We just got out of a bad situation. Should return a draw trigger. Whoops. Returning heals was a mistake. Alright, so he had his old PG, so that's good. Minus a CB. Pretty much we're minusing 1 CB when they do that. That should buy us some time. Just like a little time. I mean, he's going to be heal sacking anyways. Planezzo's his heal. Put a resist unit just in case. You never know. There's a spirit. Let's see what he does. There's a self-pinger. He's going to get the crit for sure. I know he won't be able to retire, so that comes down to a proper sack treatment. But Ezel might just get me in the end. We'll see. Hopefully that self-pinger hits his heal check. We get lucky. Oh, nope, just Sapphire. Alright, so we only got like the 1-2 critter, but that's okay. That buys me some time to stay alive. Kind of does. I mean, I'm not going to heal anyways. It's not like I was going to heal, even if he did the thing. So we're kind of just playing it as we go here. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, he could heal right now, and then I get cucked. Okay, he doesn't have a PG, so that's good. Okay, got a draw trigger. That's fine. Ezel's not in his soul, so he doesn't hit cross-right base, which actually would kill the deck. So that's good news. We need a draw trigger really right now. There we go. Draw trigger. Title. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, so that gave us 2 intercepts there. Perfect. Apparently he's trying to call 2 units. He's really, really deck thinning. Okay. I guess have extra intercepts ready for the next turn. Would be the goal, no? So we'll see what this guy does. He played a spirit. That's fine. Alright. That's not as scary as you think. Trust me on that. I got another Basie. Perfect. Play this in the front. Play title. Yeah! Alright, you got a pup. I just said you got a pup. So we're going to battle. We're going to swing. Gotta appreciate Basil, because Making sure you don't get healed out of is really good. Yeah, those spirits mean nothing to me right now. So we're going to try to smack him with this crit, draw a card. Perfect. Gain a crit. Get a draw again into a penguin. I mean, I'm not going to use the penguin because I already Soul Blast 2 already. Oh, he might die. He might die. Yes, he did die. Haha! 2 crit decks back to back. Sad face. Anyways, on to the next one. We are doing great. Awesome. Good, good. So that was a little trick I like to do with Eric sometimes. I like just to, since I have Jellyfish, I do the CB, get another G3, right on top of the G3, provide another G2, Soul Blast just so the soul is actually filled anyways, and then go from there, really. I mean, I'm going to be drawing my card either way. That's why I don't need Penguin so much, since Tetra is going to be drawing a card. I'll be seeing you guys after this. This might be a VP. Might. I said might. I'm not 100%. Great hand, actually. If it ain't VP, let's rock and roll. Perfect. Awesome. So we're fighting thingies, we're fighting sabers, and we're fighting dragons. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know what PGs he's running, but I have 1 PG, so that's all I want to start off with. No filter, but we'll get to the filter eventually. Luckily, I have a resist unit, and resist units save lives. But he's going to be sniping my back rows anyway, so he has like a reason to do things. Like I said, we'll see how the match goes. Gancelot goes off. Gans Revolution. Alright, start the game off 2 PGs. Perfect. Why not? Why not, friend? Start that game perfect. Could have been 3 if I actually filtered. Alrighty. So we already know how, Seekers work in general. It's just, I'm a Seeker player, and I'm just going to try to Unga Bunga you with my retires and all that. Risking that is never a smart idea. Oh, we have to heal. No, it was really a smart idea, because now he's about to get a heal check. Oh, well, that's a shock. Anyways. I drew a G3, but it's not the G3 I want. Obviously, going Tetra Burst is my go-to formula for this game a lot of times. So, you know, I'm going to see what I can get here. If I can find the man, that starts us off good, because crit pressuring is the journey here. I guess I'm going for a Persona Blast game with my boy, Marine General Michael. Okay, then. You, sir, got yourself a game. Obviously, you do. You, sir, got yourself one of them games, man. Yeah, killing filters are good. I mean, wasting a filter just to attack seems worthless unless you had a backup one, which he might have, which is the reason, but we'll see. He might have a backup filter. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. He's deck thinning, so he's going to get to that heal check in time. I mean, I have a Persona Blast, but the Persona Blast ain't going to do shit unless my field's actually kind of prepped. That's why I don't like Persona Blasting too much. So right now in a situation like this, I would try to get a draw. I would need to get a draw trigger. Period, you know. We stopped the filter, so that's good news. And you got a draw trigger, shit. I got a draw trigger. Into another one. That's terrible. Now I'm having a bad game. Alright, well now I have a booster, but obviously I can't just play the fucking booster yet, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Like I said, I buy myself some time before I do anything remotely stupid here. So I'm just going to use these 2 G units. I mean, obviously I think I'm preying on heal checks right now, but I'm not going to let him snipe my back row. Won't give him the chance. And if he wants to snipe my glory, by all means, snipe the glory. I'm okay with that. And again, another draw trigger. The sacking's real, boys. The sacking is real. Like, honestly. The sack is real. Always has, and always will be. I mean, I got a Persona Blast, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for other things that can help me, but Persona blasting is like sometimes terrible for what I'm trying to go for. And I need to get a couple attacks in, etc. So my field's not even built yet, so... Again, this dude drew all of his Gancelots, so he's having a great time. This man's having an amazing time. No trigger. Freaking whoop whoop. Telling you. Another draw. It's like, you can't... I mean, I'm surprised people aren't playing Seeker still. They still sack. I don't know why people hopped off the sack train. Wow, now I can filter? Thanks, game. Tire. Tire. Telling you, man. One thing I know I can do in this match... I know that for a fact. I know what I know what I want to do in this match where I'm at now. Like, obviously, I have like a little bit of the gist of what I need to do. But this is going to be one of those hardcore situational things. But we are down for some hardcore stuff. Right, kids? Right. So we're going to activate the skill here. So we're going to battle. We're going to swing. That's good. We'll swing with this. We'll swing with that. And then we'll swing again. No trick, so that's bad. That's fucking terrible, so I lose that game. No, what are you doing? I said no! Oh, God. Is this game serious? I said no! And just like that, they made me waste my Persona Blast. I hit the freaking green mark. Oh my God, I can't believe they just did that to me. I lose. Thanks, game. You're a real freaking peach. Why did they do that? I said don't do the effect. I want to save it. It's not like I was going to win, but still, I want to save my fucking effect. I hit the red to say, no, I'm not doing it. And then it did the effect anyways. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want to do the effect. What the fuck are you doing, game? Hey. Why does this game want me to fail? Can I ask you that? Why does this game always say, go yourself? Like, honestly, that's what it feels like. The game says, die, GG's. Hey. It's like terrible. It's like a terrible feeling. You at least could have let me heal or gave me a trigger so there was something that I could have smacked my opponent with. Never mind, he was going to win. That's 2 PGs. GG's. There's nothing I could have done on that play. That right there just kind of clinched it for me. I'm like, yeah, that's game. Dude, I played PGs. He gants a lot. Yeah, that was game, period. Yeah. Unless you want to heal sack and try to survive. I mean, that's impossible. So, game 3. Seekers. The sackers. They didn't even heal. I'm just very mad that my effect went off when I hit the no button. I said, no, don't do it. But lo and behold, it goes and does it. Oh my God. They're high. This game is high. I said don't do it. Or whatever the Japanese kanji was. Maybe the Japanese kanji said, oh, would you like to play the effect regardless? Sure. What? What? Why the would I waste that on a turn like that where I knew they got a trigger? If I got a trigger, I would have went for it. But he had 3 PGs anyways. It was game over. No more I could have done about that. Not even funny. It's not funny, guys. It's not even funny. Alrighty. Kagero versus Aqua. Okay. So we might go 2 for 2 in this video, honestly. That's okay. That's okay. As long as we showed you like the tricks and things you can do with Aqua Force in part 1, I'm okay with that. I got my filter. I am good. I am good, good, good. Perfect. Now I can start filtering. I like to just use Eric to get my Tetra because I need to always fix my hand. So when I get my hand all nice and cozy, we go for those games, baby. Go for the game. But this is Kagero's. This is like tier 1 first. Tier perp. Derp. Tier derper. So we'll see. And he begins his filter, but I'm going to begin my filtering very shortly. Oh, perfect. Plenty of 7K boosters. The part 1 is done. The boosters are prepped. Part 2, finding Tetra. There he is. See, now I got another unit I can use, so that's good. Alright, he's playing Novell, so that's scary. That means I will possibly not be able to Basil Diamante properly. We'll pitch the Glory and draw something else. Beautiful. Now I have a Soul Blast unit, so now I can fill up drop even faster, etc., etc. there. We just try to get the push as much as we can. We push the push. They're striking. That's okay. I did go turn 2, so I have a chance to Legion faster, so I gotta go look for that card. So he's gonna keep filtering. He doesn't... Oh, that's weird that you pitched the N if you were looking for the N combo. It's kind of weird. Maybe you got multiple filters or something, multiple PGs. Yeah, so we're gonna have to really get in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to really get in. So he's got nothing, and I got nothing. Oh man, he's gonna regret that turn, I'll tell you. Alrighty, so we're gonna write title here. Oh no, he did good, because now I can't search. Oh, you dirty bastard. How to go about this, because he really did cuck me there. He could miss a turn, apparently. He was allowed to miss a turn. Maybe take it nice and slow with what I have to do. Here, attacking with what I got. I know I want to waste this for blocking purposes, but, you know. Wow. Sack the sack, Jack. So now I'm blocking, but the fact that he didn't deal me 1 damage really kind of cucked me because I was actually trying to use Eric. But maybe I wasn't going to see a G3, so maybe he actually saved me. Let's find out. Maybe there wasn't a G3, but we'll see. We'll see, kids. We always see. So he's only dealing 2 damage, so that's nice. Still get to use my Eric effects, so that's good. As long as Eric is still alive, I mean, I'm still in a good position here. He gets another heal check. I'm really gonna be like, wow, Kageros, how much favoritism can you go on, you know? Alright, so next check, no G3, no G3. So there, maybe I'm about to get a G3 on this card. 4th card or 5th card's a G3. Nope, 4th card was a dud too. So with that being said, that means a G3 would have been not coming. So, fun fact, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, children. Ain't that a peach? How you like them apples? It wasn't gonna matter. Who would have thunk it? I had to wait a turn. I got saved by his play style there, so that's interesting. Awesome. No filter, I'm good. That was interesting. What an interesting turn. He gave me what I needed, and he didn't even know it. I like that. You know he has a PG, but we gotta push him to 5 so we can actually knock it out properly with Basil and shit. So he has enough cards to return to actually get his checks off. I mean, he might heal when he does that, but we'll see. We shall see. The sad part was, there was no G3 amongst the top 5 cards. That's actually the sad news. But I guess the wait was better than nothing. You know, so I guess we get away with the little things in today's video. The little things. That's fine, you know? We get away with the little things, and that's okay. Okay, he didn't have a Novell for the Persona Blast. I'm okay with that. Never mind, he still had a Persona Blast. Alrighty. Oh yeah, that was smart because I didn't really have much. Woohoo! Still in the game, bruh. Still in the game. I hope you whiff a heal, please. I hope you whiff a heal. One less heal to worry about. Oh, one less PG to worry about, apparently. Oy. Oh, man. It's like, if I keep glory, wouldn't I be okay? Oh, dude, man. That's some shit right there. But I feel like my odds of healing should be increased. That is some shit right there, man. Let me tell you. I want to keep glory, but if I top deck him again, I'll just use him. That's all. I'll just use the man. Hey, he killed it a column. I guess that's okay. I mean, nothing more you can really say about that. Alright, we don't need to do the effect there. We just swing once. Swing twice. Swing a third time. Then swing a fourth time. Draw a card. If it's glory, then it's a sign. It's not a sign. It's not a sign, kids. It's Tetra Burst again, so now I'm sacking draw triggers for some stupid fucking reason. Yep, now he's back in the game. Yep, that's how it starts. It's jellyfish. Yeah. Something around those lines. I mean, he might have another Persona Blast. If he does, GG's. GG's. But I got my resist unit out, so it doesn't really hurt, I guess. But we shall see. We shall see. Resist always saves you at the weirdest times. Trust me on that. But he has another Persona Blast, so GG's, guys. We tried, but Kagero's is just too stupid. They're a very stupid clan for what it's worth. They get away with a lot of murder. Can't even lie about that. One card short of a fucking miracle, apparently. Let's see, is he gonna commit? Yeah, but he is gonna play those G2s. Oy. Yeah, that's game. Well, that happens. I mean, you can't win them all. I mean, it's Kagero's. I mean, once they do that burn shit, it's like GG's. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, once you get burned for that one damage, they're legit like the new block combo. Nothing more, nothing less, man. That's how it is. Ugh. You want to make matters worse, he's still holding on to that one PG, so that's game, boys. Nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do to save me from this game. And look at all my PGs being, like, terribly stacked. I could have used those, but you can't beat a dragon like that. It's very... You have to have the luckiest things you can do in those situations, but my luck was kind of cucked after that G3 searcher actually wasn't going to find me a G3. So again, very sad stuff. But Aqua Force, I mean, part 1 is very interesting. I mean, usually you can decide your soul blasting. I mean, like I said, I like to use Jellyfish just to counter charge too. So I go back up when I do my Basil play, so I'm back up on my CB again. Glory is always a good game ender, so when you use them, you're like good to go. Sadly, I wasn't going to survive long enough to do a freaking Glory, so rip the dream. So I hate that. It's not good. Basil's definitely a must. Title's like up there, but this is a 4 because it has resist. You need the units with resist to stay alive. And Starless is also good to use in certain situations. I would recommend watching that video where I was waiting to eat food because all I did was play this version of Aqua Force. And I'll put that link in the description for you guys so you can watch a couple more matches with the deck. Especially there was a Link Joker match in there that's actually really good to watch as well. Just throwing it out there. So 4 of these, in case you want the multi-attack, obviously Seekers forced me to do it apparently. And I don't know what the hell that red button was for. so that made no sense. Tetra Burst is always a must, and you need the 4 glories, period. Starless is nice once you're in Legion. It's very easy to get into Legions for this card to even matter, but you still have Basil if you're still in vanilla form, so don't worry about it. You want to filter as much as possible. You want to put your draw triggers in the drop. Get Tetra prep. Tetra pushes to 5. That way your Basils can kill, aka your Swappers can kill when you put an 11k in the front, like you saw in match 2. A lot of things you can do with that in the deck. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that is your part 1 deck profile on Aqua Force. Part 2 would air on Tuesday, where we try a full Legion build, where it's all the Legions of Aqua, and we see how that can do in a couple matches. So thanks for watching, guys. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you all another time. Peace.